What's up everyone, it's Andy here again from cryptocomparo.com, and in today's video we're going to give you an update on where we're at with the DeFi staking platform, our strategy. We've been buying some DSP as well, we've entered the auction and we'll go into it in a bit more detail. So yeah, those who you've been following our journey, you can see that we've had a lot ending here to 19, 19, 19, so we've got all them to collect and we wanted to collect them live to show you. So yeah, we'll go into that and we'll talk about some kind of FUD and where we're up to. So yeah, first thing first, these that are here were 2,500 Tron, put in initial for 10-day stakes. Due to the upset and whatever happened last weekend, we'll just stop talking about it, I think, because it's, yeah, we don't think we'll ever get a proper answer. But whatever happened last weekend, what happened is a lot of people exited out of DSP. And what happened when they exited out of DSP, it flooded it with DSP. Sorry about that, that noise was the fire alarm in the office where I'm at now. But yeah, it probably just reaffirms what I've just said about everybody flooding the market with getting out of DSP. What happened is obviously it burns the 50% of the DSP, and obviously the remaining went into everybody else's. So you can see the interest here went through the roof based on everybody who staked initially. Now, those of you who are in it just for Tron, the ROI isn't 10 days anymore. It's looking about 18, 19 days, which is still good. If you've got money just sat there collecting dust, not only would it appreciate in the value of TRX, but obviously you're getting the DSP tokens that you can sell at a later date, and you're getting the interest on them as well. So this one's at a slight loss here. That was 2,500 Tron, and we only got just shy of 1,400 Tron back, so it was 11. That one is end tomorrow. That will be slight loss. That'll be a loss. That'll be a loss. So we can no longer look at doing 10-day stakes now. So what I've been doing, I've been adding stuff on through the auction, but I've also been buying it on JustSwap. There was a lot of people, and again, if we look at the Telegram, saying, look, DSP is designed to be a staking token irrelevant to price. I get that, but people who are traders and cryptocurrency traders, they can make money in DSP as well. Okay, unlike a trading token which relies on price, people with a long term, if you didn't want it to be a trading token, it wouldn't be available to trade on JustSwap. Just my opinion. People are going to trade, people are going to buy, let them do what they want to do. Okay, I do both. So people with a long term vision understand this and continue to stake as well as reinvest a portion of the divs into the auction lobby to get more DSP to continue earning more Tron. DSP is here long term, as has been proven already. Strong hands always win. Right, I get that. But clever hands always win as well, right? So the price of DSP, if we go into JustSwap at the minute, is less than 1 Tron, okay? If we go on the trading platform, no, it annoys me this should be bigger because I trade on TradingView. But we can see, if we look on at its peak, it was around about 4 or 5, sometimes it was near about 7 or 8 Tron per DSP. This is at the beginning when it launched back on the 6th of October. That was all the FUD from the previous week where it went from like 4, 5 down to 0.3. I bought some in back at 0.5. Why wouldn't you? And then you can see it's starting to tail off now and bottom out. Okay, so yeah, I don't think this is the end of it bottoming, guys. If we look on the resuming on the 4 hour, if I just get some of the indicators up. So we use VWAP, which is volume weighted average. We use the stock RSI, and then we use MACD, which is for volume. Can use Bollinger Bands, but for this you can't really see it properly. So I just wanted to just show you what I'm doing here. So we can see here, this on the stock RSI, if it's in the middle, if it's at the top here, it's oversold, it's overbought. If it's at the bottom here, it's oversold. So you can see here that it has been, we had the sell-off, which is in line with the drop, and it's stayed here. There's not been much volume coming into it at the moment. So this is why you see it's on the bottom. There are people putting into it and reinvesting what they're doing. There are people taking money out of the platform. We can see here, if we just scroll down, that you've got people interacting, so they're swapping TRX for DSP or swapping DSP for TRX. If we just do it by volume, so somebody's just swapped TRX, so someone's bought in there for to get 12,000 DSP, and another person's bought in here to get 13,000 DSP. You got 5,000. So people are still buying DSP on JustSwap. What I tend to do is I will look on here and I'll come to the auction and I'll look at the price of DSP here compared to the price of DSP on JustSwap. So you're looking there like DSP to Tron, it'll be about 4 DSP to Tron, but there's only 500,000 in the platform, and you can see here that was from day one. It started off really good with 2 days of 4 million. Then here we got the 4 million, bottomed out of the 4 million, so we need it to, yesterday's was 2.5 million. So I think we're going to come in at about 2.5 to 3 million. I've still got 11 hours left on this. Obviously, the more people who get in, the more DSP, the more Trons in the platform. But the more DSP you have, obviously the more shares you have, the more percentage of this you get every single day. So that I always thought, right, that's why I'm buying DSP. And we just want to keep it like fluid. And you can see the drop off on DSP recently there, and then you can see a bounce here. Hopefully it try and stays to 1-to-1. So I'll enter the lobby today, but what I'm going to do is, because I've bought the DSP, I will probably just stake what I've got because I'm collecting here as well. So we come on to the collection here. So we've got this one here, which was at a loss. That one is where we exited early for 15,000. So we staked 5,000 to get 4,700 Tron back. That one we staked divs to see where we're at. So I'm just going to go ahead and collect all these. I'm showing you the platform works effortlessly, a UI. So we've got 14,000 Tron. Okay, we're going to collect that one. You just whatever you do, guys, make sure that you only collect your stake when this turns from cancel to collect. That's when you know it's ended, and then that's when you won't lose 50% of your DSP. So we click collect on that. Let's just refresh because it's a bit fickle. So there we got 15,500. That's done. If we collect this one, we got bonus day rewards on that as well. So that should be at 20 odd. Oh, it's not gone through. Hang on. Collect. So it'd be good if it showed us something a bit more. There we go. That's collected now. Let's have a look. Yep. And then we're going to collect the last one. I'm going to do it twice maybe. Yep. So that's all gone collected through there. Now you can see the ended stakes, which are here, all for day 19. And then obviously if we just refresh that DSP balance, we'll have the DSP as well. So we've got now 90 amounts of DSP, now we've got 21,000 DSP. So those of you who've been following it knows that I was reinvesting the DSP, taking the Tron divs out, and then just reinvesting for 10 days. So every 10 days I have got money coming in. After day, I think it's day 23 or day 24, I'll have to look back on the previous videos, which we're no longer, we're just compounding the DSP. I have bought 10,000 of them. I think the rest is divs and stuff. So thank you for those of you using the link. There is a link in the description below. It does get you an extra 5% of DSP, especially with the way it's taking longer to ROI now. The more DSP you have, the more shares you get. So it is worth using the link in the description below. If you don't use our link, then use somebody else's link, guys. But make sure you're using the link when you purchase your DSP, because you need them additional tokens. So what I am thinking now is I want to update these. So I'm having them rolling 10 days. So every 10 days, from every day, basically now, I'll be collecting Tron. Okay. So you can see here, day 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we're going to be staking something for 10 days and we'll change it round. So I'm not going to stake them all because I'm looking, obviously, from day trading point of view. I'm looking at the price of DSP. because once the DSP tokens are locked in, obviously locked in for a set time. So, we've got 20,000 Tron. It will bottom. If we have a look at where we're up to today on the auction, it is quiet so far with the Tron. If we look at the what's in the contract, it's nearly 58 million in the contract. Obviously, people are still interacting with the contract, still going in. So yeah, there's plenty of time to get in on this, guys. For me, obviously, if there's not much divs, you're not going to get much Tron, so it'll take you longer to ROI. We want to try and get it back up to the 4 or 5 million where we're at. So what I will do, I'm going to stake probably 2,500 for another 10 days, and I'll split it up. Or what I might do, because we had a good little chunk off that 5,000, what I will probably do is we'll do 5,000. We'll do that for 10 days. So that'll end on last day 29 and day 30. So we'll stake them, not 10,000. And I'll do. Well, that's another thing actually. A lot of people, what they've been doing, if they're not bothered about the DSP price, they've been staking their DSP for say 5,000 days, which gives them more shares, and then they've been cancelling it, taking a hit on the DSP in order to get the Tron. That is one way of doing it, but I do think we're just finding our bottom with DSP at the moment. I do think it'll be like T2X where it'll bounce back up. So yeah, I'm just buying more DSP while it's cheap, and then we stake them to make Tron. So we'll do that for 10-day stake. We'll get 2 bonus days, which is always good. So it gives us bonus interest. A lot of people have asked me, does it give you bonus Tron? No, it just gives you bonus DSP tokens, okay? But it is still worth doing. So we'll stake them for 10 days. That should go through. Let's just refresh the page. There we go. And I'm going to keep that 10,000 which I bought before. So what we'll probably do is we'll do say 2,500. I think I'm going to do for 5 days and 2,500 for 10. Yeah, we'll do that. So 2,500 for 5 days just to give me a nice little boost. And all I'm doing now, guys, is compounding my DSP. Once I've got my initial return out, I will probably put more DSP back in. If it stays like that in the auction at 4-1, then I'll be using some of the Tron back to buy and just reinvest to keep it ticking over, so I can collect Tron every single day. So we're covered from day 20 right through to day 30, so we're not going to get a payout on day 29. So what I'll probably do is do this one for 9 days. So we're getting the payout of Tron, so we'll stake that to end on day 29, and then I'm going to do the other one for 5-day stake. So we'll do another 2.5 for a 5-day stake, and that will end with this one here. So we'll end, and then what we'll do then is we'll just keep compounding any Tron that we get, any DSP, sorry, we'll just keep compounding it, and we'll keep doing it on rolling 10 days, because then that way we're not putting Tron into some of the we're not putting Tron in at the minute. We're using our DSP and the 10,000 Tron that I've saved and keeping that for now until the price of DSP goes back up. So we're doing both. So we'll stake that. So they're going in. So there you go. Now as you can see, we're building up. So when we first started out, apart from this one, which was our first 15,000 stake, and then that was we got half of the stake back, plus I bought DSP when it's at 0.05. So it is worth getting in on the auction, especially if you're getting 4-1 with the auction. So yeah, if you're going to do it, use the link below, get the extra 5%, and you'll see that you're going to get more DSP. And then what you do then is you take the DSP out of the lobby the following day, come over to here and you stake your DSP in order to earn daily Tron. So that's that, and you can see that each one of these are 2,500 Tron. So you can see that we're only getting us about 400 tokens at a time of purchase, but you can see we're getting slowly more and more DSP for our Tron. So then now